Sure. And to be honest, our topic today is not something we are laughing. It's actually very, very funny and all of that. But the topic today is not something that we should laugh over or something we should laugh about and all of that. We are discussing the future of Nigerian sport entirely. Grassroots football. You go to Brazil, you go to England, you go to even Morocco that is in Africa. That is basically what they all do. They develop their grassroots football, and then we've seen what they are doing in the global stage and all of that. And Nigeria, we are struggling with that. We are struggling with that rather. Evalina, if I bring you to the table, if I bring you into the discussion, what do you say about grassroots football in Nigeria?
Well, grassroots football is the foundation of every successful football nation. It is where talent is being discovered. It is where talents have been prepped for greatness. I mean, if a community have access to proper facilities, structure program, and even coach, they are meant for the top. But in Nigeria, we are lacking in behind. We are lacking behind in all those things. We don't have good facilities, and apart from that, um, local communities are not being supported when it comes to sports here in Nigeria. You see children playing in other countries, like in other developed countries, they encourage this grassroots football, but in Nigeria they don't. I think that's one of our major problem. You have to come to you have to come to the spotlight first before they could even support you. But in other countries, they start in the lowest level, that is the local communities. So in Nigeria, we need a structure when it comes to grassroots football. We need a structure, and
Right. So
we are
Eva,
lacking
Eva,
behind.
sorry. Let me call you sure right here. You said when we come to Nigeria, we need a structure, right? We need to set
Yeah.
up a structure. What if I tell you
Yes.
that during the time of during the reign of Muhammadu Buhari as the president, right? That was from 2015 to 2020. The then minister for sports, I don't know why I'm forgetting his name right now. He said that he's going to ensure that grassroots football is one of the things that Nigeria is focusing on. And then he said also that football has become a household name in Nigeria, especially among the youth. But he's also going to ensure that basketball becomes as important to Nigerians as football is. Now, just 8 years after the reign of Muhammadu Buhari, basketball is not even anywhere close to what he promised us. So that is the structure we are talking about. That is the structure he promised us. And I will always say that it goes beyond coming to the mic, coming to the camera and talking. We need to start doing things.
Yeah, we need to. Because Nigeria has the talent. When it comes to talent, Nigeria has the talent. All we need is that structure. And also they should encourage this grassroots football, because that is where many of the talent is coming from. Okay, let's say Exevo in Chelsea. If if he wasn't encouraged, would he be a star footballer at the age of 18?
Exactly.
Like
Not just
18,
Estavo,
18.
not just Estavo. We have Vinicius Junior, see the same Brazil, right? We have Hendrick, see the same Brazil. We have a lot of them coming out from Brazil Youth League and everything. We have a lot. We have a lot of players.
See? But in Nigeria, we're being neglected, actually. We are. There are lots of, I mean, if they come down to the local levels, enter the community, structure this, go this, find out what, as an encourage sport. In most secondary school, do you know that in most secondary school in Nigeria, they don't even do sports? They don't do
Is
sports.
is regarded is regarded as an illiterate thing, right?
See? And the one that I feel very, very angry about is the one that girls, if you see a girl doing sports, they'll be like, ha, this one is, he wants to be a boy, he wants to be a tomboy. My friend will always say boy yo yo. So in Nigeria, these are things that, God, they are so annoying, actually. They are so annoying. So we need a structure, we need this, we need this. Like all these officials, they should go into the local communities, they should check out what is going on. See, there might be a star somewhere that we don't even know anything of.
Exactly. I'm going to go. We are going to go deeper into that, right? I also share a story I wrote about sports, the grassroots football, and all of that. But right now, let me bring Pearl into. Pearl is not actually a sport analyst and everything. Global. Are you global right now, or you're international? Pearl.
Yeah.
All right. I think Pearl's mic is muted.
How can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Okay,
Yeah, we
exactly.
can hear you.
Okay.
So, Pearl, bringing you into these conversations, we are talking about grassroots football. We've had over the past years, we've had the likes of, let's talk about Kanu Wankwo. Kanu Wankwo came from Nigeria under 17. We've had the likes of Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen came from Nigeria under 17. We've had the likes of what's his name again? Vic, Mikel Obi, why am I forgetting him? We had likes of Mikel Obi came from the Nigeria under 17. Is it that we've lost our have we lost our culture as a people? Have we lost it? Because I think the last time we produced a very young, talented player is Victor Osimhen in under 17. And after that, we've had series of under 17. And we've not been able to produce another star like we did with Jejo Kocha, Kelechi Hanacho, and Kanu Wankwo. What is wrong? Or what has gone wrong, rather?
So a lot has happened. A lot has gone wrong. For me, I was like, I sat down one day. I was like, we have Victor Osimhen, we have other players. Why can't Nigeria? Okay, why can't we bring up other players? Because I know that there are stars out there. There are people that can play well. People that can. We have many. We have many talented people. But why is it that they are not investing in those people? So Nigeria, that is one place that they are lacking behind. If you can look at the other countries like Morocco, Ghana, South Africa, they are doing very well in this aspect when it comes to football. They are doing very, very well. So I just feel that our government should take it seriously. Even especially girls, they don't encourage, there's no encouragement. They don't encourage
That,
girls.
that,
You see
that
a
one
girl,
that
they'll
I
be
heard
like,
very much about.
you will see a girl they are playing and you'll be like, ah, why is she playing? Did she want to furthermore? Did she want to be? They'll be calling them boys now. They'll be like, oh, they want to have most. Nobody's going to marry them. They are going to condemn them. Do you get? So a lot of discouragement, number one, and funding. We need financial funds. We need funds to help them grow because without funds they can't go anywhere. We just play even these local matches that they are playing sef. You need funds. We need people to see us. We need people to support us and grow higher, grow international. So if there are facilities like this, or if there are like opportunities like this for us to shine, we will. And I'm very sure that if the government should take this seriously, we will move forward.
Yeah, that's actually one thing. In Nigeria, we lack investment. We don't invest in the youth league. We don't. We don't
Hmm.
invest in the youth. It's like they just totally neglect the youth aspect.
They just
If
neglect
go-
us. Like,
if they should go into local communities, I used to see children play in primary schools in the open field. If they go into these local communities, watch these children play, pick the ones that have this talent, invest in them
yes,
and bring them up, just like American does. They go into the local community, they will just walk in there, stand, watch, observe, and then the next thing they pick one of them or two for sponsorship. But here in Nigeria we don't even have sponsorship.
we
We
don't
don't.
have sponsorship. We don't
There's
even
another
have the.
thing. Another
There's
thing
nobody
is
that will help you.
cultural barrier. We neglect a lot when it comes to culture. Nigeria, there's this stereotype that we have, especially in this Nigeria. They'll be like, "Oh, this one is from here. This one is from here. No, 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 we can't pick here. No, we can't do this." If we should left out all these
Tribalism.
things, Go into the local communities, check out what the youth, the children, and even those that are not even qualified, just pick them, train them. And another thing is we should give them this how do they call it? We should provide mentorship and programs that encourage youth to come out for sports. Was it last year? There was this the Kada sports that our governor was doing. I think that
Which
that
governor?
stuff
Governor
brought
of which state, please?
Akwa Ibom. Is it to
Yes.
Moino or was it to Udom? There was this program they did back then. At least this program encouraged a few youth that I know that were interested in sports to come out. And though Akwa United this thing is not even doing well, but at least we saw new players because of that program. So if they bring program like this into the local communities, I believe it will encourage youth sport. It will encourage grassroots football actually. And
Yeah. So
then apart from that, okay.
okay. So I think you've made a lot of points, and sorry that my network took me out for a while, but you made a lot of points actually, and you said we should encourage young stars. We should go into the local communities, pick out stars, train them, take them to the world stage, and all of that. But I think there's a question that we've never answered, or there's a link that we are missing. If I go to the communities, pick out players, where are they going to train? With which facility? Nigeria just has one FIFA approved stadium, and that is in Akwa Ibom. Outside of that, how many other stadiums do we have across Nigeria? That is just for football. Let us talk about other sports. I thought I was going to talk about a story I wrote. Now, this story is in Akwa Ibom, that's in Akwa Ibom, right? And then the government budgeted heavily, over billions of naira, into constructing a sports facility in a local government area in Akwa Ibom. And then do you know that after several years of this budget, there is nothing like that? Now, youth have resorted into crime, into whatever, courtism and all of that. So you're saying we should go to communities, speak out talents, and then turn them into stars like we did with Victor Osimhen. But with which facilities are we going to use to do that? Don't also forget, I think some weeks back, NFF was trending that they misused the money that FIFA gave to them to build mini stadiums. You heard of the news, isn't it? So,
Yes.
which facilities are we going to use to train these children? I think I'm asking Eva and Pearl at the same time because I'm angry. It's boiling.
Oof. At this point, I think I'm speechless.
No, my analyst can be speechless. We have to say something. For example, in Morocco, the Moroccan
Mm.
Football Federation president, like it's been a project. Now their youth team, they send their youth team across Africa, go and play all these African teams, right? They send them across the whole world, go and play against these teams. They are not better than them, but just wanted to explore the world stage. It's been a project. And now look at where Morocco is in terms of football. They are under 20 just won the under 20 World Cup. Nigeria has never won that. Look at Morocco as a nation. Morocco has standard stadia that can beat any other country in the world. Morocco is bidding to host the World Cup. Nigeria can even bid to host the AFCON. Morocco is hosting the AFCON currently. Look at stadiums scattered around the city of Morocco. This is long-term plan. They are using their money judiciously. They are planning very well. What are we lacking? I think I should rephrase the question. What are we lacking? Is that we don't have the money as a country, or we don't have the people that can do it?
We have the money as a
We have
country,
the
but
money as a country.
we have the money.
I
It's
agree
just
with that.
where is this money going to? Where is it going to?
It's
That's
going into
Where
your
are they
pocket.
channeling this money to?
that's the main issue here. Where is this money going to? You will hear on the TV, oh, they are donating special amount for sports, or they are donating special amount for this. But we are not seeing these things manifesting. We are not seeing them. And no one is talking about it, actually. No one is talking about it.
No one is. I have Eva and I have Pearl here, so I think you people should be talking about it for me. That is what what happened to before the match against Gabon? Before the match against Gabon, they said that our players, our Super Eagles players, have not been paid their bonuses for how many years? For like 3 years or so. So all the money that was budgeted for these bonuses, where did they go to? Those are things that are
Okay.
killing us.
Okay.
And then I think a sport journalist also came to the limelight and said that the NFF isn't even trying at all, because do you know the NFF does not have a proper match day pictures for our players? We can't even do PR for our players. Do you know that? So, for example, if FIFA wants to post Victor Osimhen, FIFA will go and buy the picture from, let me say, Poja, for example, because the NFF doesn't have that. We don't even have a platform where we can sell our players. It's going to be the next Victor Osimhen, and how are we going to find them if there's no structure on ground? So let me start from Pearl. Pearl, what's the advice if you are the Nigerian Football Federation chairman, president, or whatever we call him? What is going to be the plans on ground? How are we going to tackle this? How are we going to bring up new talent?
Okay. So first of all, that I'm going to set up a platform whereby footballers across the states who are interested, they are going to register, and then from there I will select. Do you get? We are going to bring them in a place, in a stadium. Let's say Aqua United them now. We are going to bring all of them together. Then we're going to select the ones, they will go through training, obviously, but the ones that are good, that's the ones that we're going to select, and they'll
Now,
play.
you sounded that this is going to be like a one-off stuff. So after doing that, it's going to die off. That
It's not going
doesn't
to.
sound. It doesn't sound long to me. It doesn't sound like a long-term plan. Sounds like Osimhen is 50 years old and we did an immediate replacement for Osimhen. I don't know how you see it, because that's how I saw it.
I think that's a channel of bringing people together to know the ones that are interested at first before training them. I feel that is what is supposed to be done,
All right. So
because all football academies across, I think that's what they did before they
do we
picked
even
up
have a
Victor
football
Osimhen.
academy to start with? That's we don't even have football academies. Hell, which football academy do we have?
Then we are going to build one.
NFF, the Nigerian football as a whole doesn't even have an accredited football academy. We don't have. We don't have facilities. So you want to bring in youths to come and train? Where? Let's say, for example, boxing. Where? How are we going to get the gloves?
And we are going to seek funding.
We are going to, as I didn't get that.
She said we are going to seek funding.
Shift our attention to women in sports. That is another big issue right now. Thank God I have you, a woman's advocate, and all of that. Are you a feminist?
No.
All right. So I was also a student of a university. I also participated in sport and all of that. And then if I bring it, do you know that the higher institution football leagues, which is like the league of all the universities in Nigeria playing football, right? Do you know there's no a female version of that league? Just men. Do you know? Do you know that
Not a
80% of football clubs in Nigeria does not have a female football team? That's also a truth. We are just missing it. It's as if you are excluding our girls from sports. How about that, Eva?
You know, the problem starts with culture. Let's start with that. The problem is with culture. You know, in Nigeria, there are most things that we tend to say, like we say that a girl cannot do this, a girl cannot do this. Like before, they used to say a girl's education ends in the kitchen. Here in Nigeria, that girls are not supposed to do certain things. So Now that the world is evolving, and then we are gradually seeing changes. At least now girls go to school. Now when it comes to football, the other day I was telling somebody that I used to play. I used to play football, and I stopped playing when I broke my leg, but I still love football. And then the next thing the person asked me was, "Do you have um a man's body, like girls that looks like man? Do you have
Yeah,
that
you
kind
look
of body?"
masculine.
I was like, how like, I don't understand. Why would you think something like that? Now say girls that looks masculine are the ones that play football. Like, do you get the mentality? Like, I
I,
was
thi-
so upset.
I think at that point, should have just showed him picture of Michel Alozie. Should have just show them beautiful
Trust
pictures of female
me,
footballers.
trust me. I showed him lots of American footballers that are female that are doing very well in the field. And I told him this can also be Nigeria. Like, why do you think, why are you guys thinking like this? So when it comes to Nigeria, culture first. Culture is a very big problem. That there's this cultural barrier that girls cannot do certain things. And if this is not stopped, till tomorrow they will still want to encourage girls sports when it comes to football in Nigeria. Not even football, sports in general. Like the
Mm.
secondary school I went to, the high school I went to, we do a lot of sports. We
Did you
do
go to a secondary
basketball.
school, high school? I think in Nigeria it's
Secondary
called
school,
secondary school.
not secondary school. I have high school for those that are, So in secondary school in Nigeria, we do a lot of, in my school, we do a lot of sports. We did basketball, we did volleyball, whatever way, whatever one you wanted. I think that was where I grew and developed this habit of being interested in sports. Because as of a child, I didn't really like sports like that. But when I got to school, and it was mandatory for us to do it back then in school, because I went to a boarding school. So imagine this kind of thing is being made mandatory in all secondary school. Do you think that girls won't be interested when it comes to sports? So
Mm.
if they bring this kind of program, like program that encourage girls with sponsorship, I don't just mean program, just bringing the program and just saying, okay, people need to start doing sports, but with sponsorship, giving them facilities that enable this training, do you think girls will not get interested when it comes to sports?
I think girls will.
Yeah, that's just the problem here. Now they should bring this program, they should bring these facilities, they should bring something, not just the program, they should bring facilities, structure, and everything. In Nigeria, like I said, I'll keep saying that the structure is the problem in Nigeria. If this structure is being rewritten, then there will be a lot of improvement when it comes to girls' sports, when it comes to women and girls' sports in Nigeria. Now, when you talk about football, they should leave this stereotype that men are supposed to play football, girls are not supposed to. Girls are masculine, should be, and it's Jesus. The one that is always annoying is when you start playing, you'll now be like, ah, yeah, boy, you, yeah, boy, yeah, boy. Like some of these things, there are girls that want to do it, but because of the way people are seeing them, it make them redraw. Like me now, at some point self, I even wanted to withdraw because that time now when I go back to the house, my cousins will always call me boy, yeah, boy. Why would a girl love football? Girl love Korean movie, girl love this, that. So at some point I even wanted to withdraw. But when I go back to school, my sport teacher make it very mandatory that I must be there. So if these things are being encouraged in Nigeria, there would be an improvement. I'm very, very sure. I'm 100% sure that there will be an improvement if sports is being encouraged for girls in
All right.
Nigeria.
So I think I have something to add to what you said. That's actually very nice, honestly. And I think for me too, is that I will start pushing the financial aspect of playing sports to girls. That's in the girl aspect right now. We want girls to like participate in sports. Let us tell them, let us picture to them, mirror to them how much these sport athletes earn and how much they could also earn, how
Yeah.
independent they could also be. Do you get? And then if we
Yeah.
mirror these things to them, I think we'll start curbing girls' participation in sports by half.
Yeah. That is actually right. And aside that too, we should also create a community league that also encourage all these young girls. to do more sports. I noticed that girls have been going to the gym recently. So what's the difference between going to the gym and doing sports? So
All
if
right.
girls will go
So
to
I
the
think
gym
that's
now,
basically where we draw
can
the
still
curtain.
do- so they should just provide the mentorship, financial support, and then give them a role model. We need a visible role model
Who
in
will be the
Nigeria.
role model? Who is going to
We
role
don't
model
even
me
have
ever?
one.
Is it
I
Vito
wish I
Smith?
can still play. I wish I can still play. I would be a visible role model for them.
No, you're old. You should be like 30, 31,
Stay
right? If I'm
quiet.
not mistaken. You should be like 30, 31. So so nobody is going to mentor you.
So that's
And
what
then
I'm
also,
saying. Let's just
I think I should also say this very loud and clear that our government should start investing in sports. No matter how we want
yeah.
to preach it, no matter how we want to say it, if we are not intentional about our sport, it's going to die, which is obviously is dying.
Okay.
We need stadia, we need volleyball courts, we need lawn tennis courts. I think it starts
And we
from
also
secondary
need a
schools.
good, we need trained coaches, not just this. We need trained coaches, like people that can
Mm.
coach this thing. We need them. See, Nigeria has the
And
talent. We have the talent. We have the talent.
they are
We have
scattered
it.
everywhere, from the streets of Oshodi to the what even in Aba, there are plenty. You see people coming out to do several sports, not for anything, just for passion and just for love, right? And it's I think it's something that Nigeria needs to look into. We need to start investing. I tell people that instead of oil is dying, we've overused oil. Agriculture is there. I think sports should be under oil where we need to look into. We could use sportsmen to do a lot of things in Nigeria. We could attract people. Attract. Just imagine if Eibar signs Cristiano Ronaldo. That's going to be a lot of benefit for Nigeria.
Actually. And that is what our government don't know of. They don't know. They don't.
So I
See,
think ever
Nigeria has the talent.
one day on this show, my think one day on this show when we're discussing grassroots football again, we would probably invite maybe university directors of sports. Let us have like one or two, and let them
Sure.
tell us what exactly their plans are. Let us see how futuristic their plans are. Let us see if this government failure starts from them.
Actually. So we just need a structure in Nigeria. When it comes to Nigeria, we need a structure. We need a structure that includes girls and young women.
All right.
And when
Thank you
it
so
comes to
much. I think
structure,
Fair wants to join. So let us. You missed the better part of the show. Where did you run to?
Sorry, network.
All right. So,
ta-
what's the last word uh for this particular show?
Sorry.
eh? Are you talking to
What's the last word for like what's the whole take on the show on the topic? What should we do? Grassroots football and then even women in sport.
Okay. We should bring back. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay. So like we all have said, we've said everything. We've
I did
made
not
all
say
the
anything. Oh. I did
You
not say
said
anything.
everything.
I did not say anything.
We
Like
said
you
we
said, like
said
you will say. So if government wants
okay,
to
like
arrest, they will
I
arrest you.
said, like Eva said, like the points we made about culture, about structure and everything. Now Nigerians have lost it when it comes to football structure and facilities. So I think we can do better. We can do better. So all these words, all this talk we have said now should go to the government too, because they need to hear this and they need to do better in where they've lacked. So and also for the women, yeah, women, we we are ruling the world. Do you get ever?
Women supporting women.
Yes, so we are ruling the world. Yes, we are at the front. So we need to be encouraged and supported too. Not only the men. there are other women there that plays very, very well. You can see this girl, Azizat, what's her name again? The
Even
one that
Nazara.
won. Yeah, thank you so much.
Azizat Oshola, you mean?
Thank you so much. That woman rather, she has done her best for Nigeria. She has done her best for the Falconets
And we
as
need
a
to
whole.
change her. That's the truth. She has done her
And
best. She has
yes,
passed her prime. We need to
yes, she
change
has
her.
done her best. And if you can see, she's already aging. So we need
But
another
the problem
set.
right now is, who are we changing her with?
See,
That's what they
that's
are
why
Eva,
saying. We
Eva
need
grassroots.
doesn't even play
another
football.
set.
I would have said Eva, but she doesn't even play football.
I stopped playing because I broke my leg. Come on, man.
But
Do you
you
know
can
how
still
many legs people have
continue.
broken?
Legs that they have broken. How many times have I broken my leg?
Ah,
No,
listen,
you broke yours and you could still use yours. I can't use mine.
You can't use mine. You are not Bolo.
No,
all
I
right.
can't
Thank you
use
so much,
mine.
Phil. Thank you
So
so much,
what
Phil.
I would say,
Eva,
is the country that are dominating us today, they didn't start from the top. They start
mm,
from the ground. So
Yes.
mm,
grassroots should be encouraged. And Nigeria needs, I'll keep saying it, need a structure that includes girls and young women. So that's
Young.
my take for today. And thank you very much for inviting me for this.
I did not invite you. Tell them the truth. I did not. I was on my own. Eva sent me a message on WhatsApp and said, I want to. Did I invite you? I did not invite you. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you
Actually, for
so
joining. I
much.
actually invited them. I felt they were going to be so suited for this particular conversation.